Now that you've done the clock circle exercise to exercise the muscles in your eyeballs, let me introduce a new concept, that where you're looking actually accesses a different function in your brain. So when you look up, you're accessing visual. When you look sideways, you're accessing auditory. And when you look down, you're getting a stronger feeling. So do you want to see how this works? So I'm going to ask a question, and I want you to watch your eyes. So do you remember the house you grew up in? So what she did, she looked down to get the feeling and sideways to repeat the question, and then she looked up to get the picture of the house she grew up in. Is that right? Okay. Okay, so how many windows were in that house? So clearly now she's accessing the visual function because she's trying to get a picture of the house she grew up in to count the windows. Thank you. So let's try the auditory function. Do you remember the sound of Linda's voice? Good. So she moved her eyes to the left to get the sound of Linda's voice, and then she probably looked up to get a picture of Linda? Okay. So now change that Linda's voice to a Donald Duck voice. And as we watched, she looked first to the left to get the memory of Linda's voice. Then she looked up to the right to create a picture of Linda in Donald Duck, and then off to the side, creating her voice in Donald Duck. Is that right? Great. So to the left is a memory, and to the right is creating something new. Okay, so do you remember something that you had a strong feeling about recently? Okay, good. So now get that feeling looking down, okay, and now look up. And what happened to the feeling?
It went away.
How does that relate to you and exercising your brain? Typically, we think in habitual patterns. So when you're doing the clock circles, you're doing a couple of things. First, if you have a pattern or a problem in your life, you've been thinking the same way the whole time. It's like taking a lampshade and putting it over your head. All you see is the inside of the lampshade. So to get yourself outside, to take the lampshade off so you can see new possibilities, by doing the clock circles, it allows you to access more parts of your brain to think about it. Second, it increases your creativity because you are thinking way outside the box in terms of moving your eyes around and moving in ways that you haven't typically done and access different parts of your brain. So I invite you to use these clock circles as a way to find new solutions and new possibilities and increase your creativity. Enjoy!